Okay, work that time. Work that time. So I think this is what we're going to do. Wait for a couple of people to join us here. Set this microphone right here. What's everybody doing on Thursday? Okay, let me get this intro ready. Intro is ready. All right, let's fucking do this. Hola, hola. I can't even see people joining me. I have no idea who's watching because it didn't tell me. I might not even be able to see the comments. I'm trying to have a interaction, you know? Can you see the comments? Yo, you beautiful motherfuckers. Join me, Thirsty Thursday. Starting out with a glass. Then we're going to add a little bit of that Crown Royal. Not sponsored by Crown Royal, but would love to have a Crown Royal sponsorship. So what we're going to do is mix a little drink. Start out with the glass. Have a nice little dab, little douse. Little touch of that Crown in there. It's Thirsty Thursday. I figured we'd have a drink together. Hope everybody's got their... You can also hear the unnamed beverage. Everybody can see the fucking logo, but unnamed beverage that we're adding to the Thirsty Thursday drink. There that goes. Now, normally I wouldn't drink Coke with it. Normally I would drink cranberry juice with it. Whiskey and cranberry juice is kind of my thing. But don't have any cranberry juice. So here's a Crown and Coke. Cheers to you, motherfuckers. Ooh, the first one's kind of stiff. Okay. Welcome. Thirsty Thursday edition of the Bull-NA-ChinaShop podcast. The original podcast showcasing the American bully lifestyle. Episode 94. Did I just say 93 a minute ago? Episode 94. I don't know why I said 93. Probably because I didn't write shit down. Okay? I have no intro. I have no topics. I'm basically just tell you about this long ass day. And I want you guys to see the new paintings for everybody that didn't get to see them. Right up here. Over my left-hand shoulder, probably right hand on your screen. Right here over my left-hand shoulder is the new painting of Mega Millions. No, that's not a picture. It's probably not very crisp because this is Facebook. Obviously, you had Cleo and Clutch, the two that I had, the original paintings that I had in the studio. And over here over my right-hand shoulder is the OG champion, Rain. Rest in peace to Mega and Rain. I love your faces. I'm sure we'll meet again someday in the hubs of hell. Anyway, we're shout out to what's the pet name, the business name page for Tamuna.
Oh, Pet Portraits.
Okay, yeah, Tamara Pet Portraits. Okay, so the lady that did all four of these paintings, same person. She's an absolute monster. As you can see, it looks like there's pictures on my wall, not paintings. For those of you that are listening to the audio on iTunes, sometime, go check out the YouTube video version of episode 94. or any episode after 94, and you'll be able to see what the fuck I'm talking about. These paintings are so realistic, it's insane. So Tamara Pet Portraits, check the page out on Facebook. Tamuna Smith, that's her private shit. She really don't want that handed out, but I give it to everybody because I don't know the business page. Tamuna Smith, Tamara Pet Portraits on Facebook. Check her out. For this kind of work, the prices are really reasonable. Actually, I've told her multiple times that her prices are too cheap to do what she does. She's on a different level than most people that I see with the paintings. It's on canvas, comes framed, ships in a what do you think? Like it's like a ship proof, like a rip proof box. She's professional. It's a whole deal. She sends you update videos of the whole thing. Check her Instagram page out. I forget what that Instagram page is. Art by Tamo. T-A-M-O. Art by T-A-M-O on Instagram. She's got a bunch of videos up now of her putting Mega's painting together. She's just on a different level. She's a monster. Tamuna, I love your face. I appreciate everything you do. These two, actually, Mega and Rain, were surprised. Didn't even know they were coming. Apparently, the wonderful Caitlin over here likes to spring surprises on me, which is fine. Especially a surprise like that. Who's going to complain about that? Not really a surprised person, but who's going to complain about that shit? I mean, they're basically a memorial for those two boys. Also, we lost them pretty close together. Both, older dogs. Rain pushing 10 years old. Mega 7, I believe. And the situation behind that was during shipping. Brian Cooper, my Bully Embassy family. I haven't seen your face in too long, sir. It'd be good to see you. May 26th in Atlanta. If you guys aren't on that show, check it out. They sent me the flyer. Not prepared. Wasn't prepared to do this. Brian, I appreciate your face. Dude, I'm telling you, if you want some shit to play you or any of those new dope dogs that you got, I'm telling you, Tamuna Smith, Tamara Pet Portraits, Art by Tomo, any of those pages, hit her up, man. She's amazing. Shout out to Ariel, Nick, good to see you, sir. Old Double D, Daryl T. Starks, got his eyes on the podcast. Shout out to Double D. If you guys aren't having a drink on Thirsty Thursday, I'll drink by myself, but I have a feeling a few of you motherfuckers are having a drink with me, so salute. Anyway, I wasn't going to do a podcast today. I was planning on doing a podcast tomorrow night from Holland, okay? Here's the problem. Yeah, Ariel, we are drinking tonight. This is the first one. I think we're going to cut the podcast off about 3 deep, just so we don't get into anything too real for anybody to handle. You know how people's feelings get. And I don't have a filter anyway, so I think booze is just going to make it worse. No, but so I didn't plan on doing this. Plan on doing this podcast from Holland, from Amsterdam tonight. I've got a puppy that I'm shipping over there, shipping quote unquote, delivering. I like to hand deliver things if I can, especially to dope places like Amsterdam or Dublin or anywhere that I get to go and see some culture. I'm there. Ariel, no natural ear talk tonight, sir, even though that makes him look ugly as fuck for no reason. I'm just saying, that's all I'm going to say. That's it. That's the last thing I'm going to say. Get a crop. That's all I'm saying. Get a fucking crop. Anyway. So I plan on doing the podcast from Amsterdam. Didn't happen. Apparently, and here's one thing I did want to touch on. If you're going to be flying shit, you should definitely check, especially if you're flying in cabin with a puppy or a pet, you should definitely check and see if your airline that you've booked with is partnered with another airline or handing the ticket off to another airline that maybe doesn't allow pets in cabin. I'm going to give you the breakdown, okay? I'll give you a little breakdown of my day today. So, I just realized I was talking to my ear. It's kind of distracting. If never talked into a microphone with earphones on, it's like a quarter-second delay. It's super distracting. Anyway, booked the ticket for Amsterdam. Frontier doesn't go to overseas, bub. United's great for flying with pets. Delta's great for flying with pets. Super easy. Especially a pet in cabin, as long as it doesn't weigh more than 20 pounds and you have the right carrier. They really don't even say anything to you. They're super nice about it. United did have a couple of unfortunate events. One of those events being a Frenchie overheating after being stuffed in the fucking overhead. That would never happen to me. I would never let that happen. We'd be fist fighting one of those fake Air General flight attendants that think they're the air marshal. Ma'am, you are not the air marshal, okay? I'm not putting my pet in a fucking overhead bin. It's not going to happen. But if you're flying in the States, or even maybe to Canada, Alaska, super easy. Everybody's super friendly about it. They love the puppies. They love the bull breed dogs. They love the look of them. They ask so many questions. Bro, Jordan, you hear what I'm saying? These flight attendants act like they're airline security. Ma'am, please calm down. You're not putting my pet in an overhead. You're just not doing that. I don't care. You're not doing that. But they're usually super easy, and everybody, like, they'll even let you on early so you can get situated. Like, super great about it. But you're definitely going to want to check, especially if you're going international. You're definitely going to want to check and make sure the airline you're connecting to also allows pets in cabin. This is something that's never happened to me. And I think it's a good learning experience, but at the same time, it's kind of on them, okay? When I booked the ticket said United the whole way. Didn't say anything about changing airlines. And the airline it changed to was Aer Lingus. And Aer Lingus doesn't allow pets in cabin for any reason other than service animals. And you literally have to have your doctor's paperwork with you to even get a service animal on board on Aer Lingus in the cabin. Now, Aer Lingus will fly cargo. They'll let you fly cargo. Jordan Rose asked, what's a good airline with service dogs to go overseas for shows? It depends on where you're going. If you're going to Asia, if you're switching from an American airline to an Asian airline, service animals are almost never allowed. They don't care about your vest. They don't give a shit about your American doctor's note for whatever you got. They don't give a shit. Most of the time, once you get to, let's say you're connecting in Hong Kong, connecting in Tokyo, connecting in wherever you're connecting, there's a couple other, there's another one in Japan, Narita. If you're connecting through those, once you get there, you're going to have to put your service dog into the cargo hold, and I hope you brought a crate to do that. Anyway, so you're definitely going to want to check, but most airlines, especially if you're going to Europe, most of those airlines will honor the service vest, and they'll honor your card, and they'll honor the service animal, and you'll be fine in cabin. Most airlines. Now, like I said, Aer Lingus doesn't allow you to carry on or pets in cabin in a bag, but if you have a service dog that's old enough and got all its paperwork and shit like that, you'll be fine on most airlines, almost all of them. Nick said, also downloading the Where to Go app is good to have on your phone. It tells you all the bathrooms are in and out of the airport. That's good. Most of the time I pull up in an alley. I'm not going to lie to you. You got to go. You know what I mean? And in Europe, once you get to Europe, what's up, Roberto? Speaking of Europe, Italy in the house. What's up, Roberto? Actually, I think those guys are in Chicago right now, so I don't think they're in Italy. Shout out to Roberto for joining in. But once you get to Europe, a lot of the bathrooms, especially public bathrooms, you have to pay to go in there. Sometimes you don't have a euro. You know what I mean? Sometimes you don't carry change. Say you're a guy who hands off change every chance he gets because he doesn't like it in his pockets at all, ever. Sometimes you don't have change. Sometimes you don't have a euro to drop in the slot. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to find an alley. But you got to be careful. That's one thing they will take you to jail for in Europe is pissing on the corner. Promise. Not that I've seen that. Not that I was in Dublin and walked around the corner to a guy spraying 2 foot of diarrhea shit against the brick wall right in the middle of the street. That happened. The people that were there seen it happen. I think we actually have it on camera. Mark, damn, what's his last name? Lindsay, Mark Lindsay. If you ever watch this shit, I need that video, bro. We need to get that video out there. We were going to put it on YouTube, but the shit never surfaced. We literally were leaving the bar, left the bar, we're walking to the parking garage where our designated driver was going to drive us back to the hotel. Anyway, we walk around this corner, and there's literally an Irish guy, apparently been on the juice all day, bent over, pants around his ankles, spraying, fire hose spraying diarrhea shit against the wall. I'm from the street, hitting the fucking brick wall building across the sidewalk from the street. Craziest thing I ever seen. It was right in the middle of Dublin. It was the craziest thing. I don't know how I even got on that, where we went from that. Anyway, sometimes you don't have a euro for the bathroom. You know, obviously that guy didn't have a euro, or he just couldn't find a bathroom. Shit. Anyway, you want to check and make sure when you're connecting flights, especially in Europe, that the airline allows you to carry in cabin. Now, if you fly Delta, Delta has a lot of direct flights to a lot of these cities. Dublin, Heathrow, Amsterdam. Delta has a lot of direct flights to them. So if you want to pay a little extra, you can get a direct flight right there, and you don't have to change carriers. I did not take that option. I chose to book it through, or find a better deal. I definitely did just start drinking, Ariel, and that's what I'm sticking to that story. Shit, you son of a bitch. Messed me up. What was I saying? Oh, so I booked it through United, but when I booked the ticket, now here's the thing. Here's why I spent 3 hours on the phone with Travelocity today pleading my case, okay? When I booked the ticket, when it come up on my screen, it said United, right? Booked United, right? United flights. Didn't say anything about changing carriers or any of that. Changing airlines, didn't say anything about that. It said booked United. So in my brain, I know United's pet policies. I know I can carry a pet on. I'm good. Everything's good. Not the case. Not the case. Apparently, once you get to a certain part in the trip, you switch carriers to Aer Lingus. They don't allow pets in cabin. I had a long day. Let's put it that way. It's a 2-hour drive to the airport. I spent 3 hours at the airport on the phone with Travelocity, and then another 2 hours home for no reason. It's all good though. Got everything rebooked. Leaving Saturday. I'll be there Sunday. I might even still make it to the show in the meantime. Halfway through this whole mess, I thought to myself, fuck this. I'll call, I got a couple of shippers in the Rolodex. I'll call a shipper. I'll pay just to have it handled and taken care of. But that's going to have to wait till next week or the week after. Here's the thing. I told the customer I would be there this weekend to deliver their puppy. Before they left to go back to where they're going on Monday. So I need to be there with that dog before Monday. Thought about giving up. Not going to lie to you. Thought about shutting it down. After about an hour and a half arguing with Travelocity very politely and very cordially, but also very upset. After about an hour and a half of that, I thought, I don't need this. I don't need this in my life, But here's the thing. You don't fail until you give up. Right? You see what I'm saying? Until you stop trying to accomplish a goal, you can't fail. Okay? When you fail, that's when you gave up. That's when you failed. I don't give up. Okay? I'm not that, I'm not giving up. I told somebody that I was going to deliver this weekend, and I'm going to fucking deliver this weekend. Now, I'm going to knock on wood real quick because of something happened Saturday where I went through every single hoop that I could possibly think of today to make sure it was a smooth trip from here to Amsterdam on Saturday. So, fingers and toes and whatever else you got to crossed. We're going to get that there. And to be honest with you, even though I feel like it was a mistake on the travel agent's part, it's still something I should have probably looked into. I've never flown with Aer Lingus. I know how these airlines can be. Something I should have checked on. So I'm just passing that on to you guys. If you're going to be flying anywhere with a pet in cabin, make sure your flight, you know who the airline is who's carrying your flights. Ryan Wilcox from Texas is in the house. Shout out, Ryan. I love your face. But you want to make sure that you check all those flights, and you want to make sure you know the carrier and you know the pet policy, especially if you're carrying on board. Yeah, Ariel said, this guy's getting philosophical. First of all, I'm a fairly philosophical guy, I feel like. That's a fairly normal thing. I've been drinking since 20 minutes and 27 seconds ago. I told you it was a strong drink, man. Anyway, Viviana, shout out again from Italy. I think they're in Chicago, though, so that doesn't really count as Italy. Also, Europe, it's like, what time is it? Like 3 a.m., so there's probably not a lot of people there on watching the podcast. But you want to, especially if you're going international, especially if you're going to Asia, because I'm telling you, once you get to a lot of these, I don't know about carrying in the cabin as far as like in a bag, but I know service animals, they're going to shut it down once you get to Hong Kong, Tokyo, Narita, maybe Seoul. I think some connections are in Seoul also. They're going to shut that shit down, the service shit. I don't know about the in cabin because I haven't had to deliver anything over there yet. So, but I know, especially if you're going to Europe, you want to make sure you check those connections and check those airlines and know those pet policies, because it just creates a long, stressful day for no reason. Something could have been avoided for sure. I think that brings me kind of to my next point, how you treat your customers. There's a lot of people out here faking the funk, you know? There's a lot of people out here putting on a good show. Their Instagram page is lit. Their Facebook page is lit. Everything looks good. But when it comes down to it, are they really taking the extra step to make sure that the people that spend money with them are happy and satisfied? A lot of times, no. A lot of times it's a front. A lot of times they're not spending $1,000 out of their pocket to make something happen that they said would happen. See what I mean? Unfortunately, I can't do that. Unfortunately, I gotta deliver. If I tell you that you're gonna get this, you're fucking getting that. And if it doesn't work out that way, then I'll make it. I'll make it up and I'll make it work. It's just what you have to do. I mean, as far as customer service goes, that's a lost art as far as I'm concerned. And I feel like people don't. There's so much money, and it's fast money, 5K, 6K, 10K. That's fast money. And once you got that shit in your hand, it's easy to forget about the people. It's easy to forget about, making sure they're happy and satisfied. But if someone spends 6, 7, 10K with me, I want to make sure that they get exactly what I told them that they were going to get. Nothing's perfect, and no situation's perfect, and no dog's perfect. But I don't sell dreams either. I tell you what it's going to be. 99 times out of 100, that's exactly what it's going to be. Anyway, I just feel like, you got to be careful who you deal with, and you definitely want to check on the airline restrictions for pets in cabin if you're flying. For sure. I don't know. I can't believe I overlooked it. But at the same time, when I booked the ticket, it said United. And I booked it that way because I knew United was good to go the whole way. I didn't know there was different airlines until they sent me the confirmation email. But that was a week before I flew, so. Huh? Shout out to Shout out to Andrea Papp in Canada, Calgary, Canada. Owns King Napoleon out of the Bus and Clio litter. That dude, I seen pictures of him from the show ring. Holy shit, Andrea.
Crazy.
What are you feeding that dog? Other dogs? Does he eat smaller dogs? I don't know. Crazy about those genetics, you know? Crazy about what those genetics will do, you know? So that's Cletus and Bus Jr.'s breaking back into the crown. Breaking back into the crown, mixing another drink. If you guys ain't keeping up, keep up, motherfuckers. Roberto said this time he used KLM and it was good. That sounds amazing, Roberto. I appreciate the information. Unfortunately, Kansas City doesn't have KLM. So we still have to connect with United. But I think you might be able to connect United to KLM, or maybe that's American to KLM. Did you carry, Roberto, let me ask you a question. Did you carry anything in cabin this time coming over, or was it all in the cargo holder? You guys might use service vests. I'm not sure how you do that. I would definitely like to hear more about that because, I mean, I do it enough. I should already know this shit, but I never flew with Aer Lingus before. I obviously flew with Aer Lingus, but not carrying a pet in the cabin. You know, all the new people watching, share this shit for no reason. Cheers to you. I love your face. Maybe I should do like a like a super cheesy online stack off or something just to get some views. Maybe I should just put up 2 random pictures of a couple of dogs just to get some views, 40, 50, 60 people watching. I don't know. I don't know what to do. Maybe I should have maybe I should just pick the biggest name people, even if I don't like them or want to have a conversation with them. Maybe I should just pick all the big name people and have them on my show and blow smoke up their ass the whole time, even though I don't agree or want to hear anything they got to say. Hey, Leon, you need to get in on this, my friend. Landed in New York. Roberto said flew 5 Cane Corsos in the hold, and Dharma in the cabin. All was good. Yeah, that's good to know. KLM, that's good to know. Do you know if they do cargo where you're not flying with the cargo? Because I know a lot of people are looking for airlines that'll ship cargo now without flying with it because United shut that Pet Safe program down. So there's no, after I think they honored all the reservations up until March, but after March or May maybe. But after that, their Pet Safe is getting shut down, which is unfortunate because I know that's what a lot of people used. Ariel, I just talked to the United. Ariel said, I heard they started it back up. I just talked to the United people today, and as of right now, they're not doing cargo. You know, as of right now, they're not allowing pets to go in cargo. So what my plan was originally was to put the puppy in a cargo crate and have it go cargo the whole way, and I would just fly with it because Aer Lingus does allow cargo. United will not allow me to do that. So I was in a pickle where I got the flexible crate for the in-cabin, and then once I get to a certain point, I need a hard crate for it to go in cargo. So just a pickle today. Just got myself in a pickle. Scandinavian Airlines Services, SAS, allows pets in cabin up to 18 pounds and obviously in the right size carrier. So if you're looking to go to Europe or UK, I mean, and it was fairly cheap, and it was super, super friendly and super helpful on the phone today. So I'm flying SAS this time. We'll see how it goes. I'll let you know. I'll let you know next week how that works out. Ryan Wilcox said, they said in May they'll make an announcement what their pet shipping plans will be going forward. I bet they're trying to revamp the system right now because I think some stuff got scanned the wrong way. Some dogs got sent to the wrong spot. You never want a dog to end up in Japan that wasn't supposed to be in Japan. You know what I mean? So I bet that's what they're doing. I bet they're revamping. Roberto said KLM does have a cargo and a great facility in Amsterdam, but it's not cheap. Nothing is cheap, man. Nothing quality. I feel like if you're paying for a quality service, it's not cheap for sure. And I've shipped every way you can think of. You know, I've driven puppies for deliveries. I've flown puppies for deliveries. I've shipped cargo. I've flown in cabin. I've flown alongside of cargo. I've used shipping services where you drop off and they handle everything from the USD to the crate to the flights, everything. Unfortunately, we all have things happen, but every time you do it, there's a little question because sometimes these companies change their policies. So, week to week, month to month. So, I don't know. The moral of the fucking podcast is if you're flying anywhere, make sure you know what airlines you're flying on and what their pet policies are. Because it'll save you a long ass day. It'll save you a long, stressful day. Tone, cheers to you, motherfucker. Crown and Coke, if anybody's wondering. If anybody new is watching right now, Crown and Coke is what's in that glass. Man, I don't know. I'm definitely blessed to be doing what I'm doing and not stuck somewhere I don't want to be and that I hate going every day. But at the same time, this shit is work, man. Sometimes you run into situations that I don't feel like regular people run into every day. I don't feel like, Grey Goose and Red Bull, Leon, my guy. What's everybody drinking? Let me hear what everybody's drinking. Tone, Nick, what you guys drinking on? Leon said Grey Goose and Red Bull. Leon knows how I get down. Usually I don't fuck with Coke, Leon. Usually I don't fuck with Coca-Cola. But it's whiskey anyway. It's sugar out the craziness in whiskey anyway, right? A lot, especially, I don't know about Canadian whiskey. I don't know how they do things in Canada. I think whiskey's a process, though, don't you? Don't you? It's like the same process to make whiskey. Anyway. So, Tone, why you drink Kool-Aid, dog? Get a drink, bro. Thirsty Thursday. Jameson on the rocks. Jeremy, let me tell you something. I spent 3 days Hennessy and Hypnotic. King Charles, what's up? Ariel said Cavarcier and ice. Yeah, Tone sipping on Kool-Aid. Anyway, I spent 3 days in Dublin, and they make Jameson right there. So I like to drink local drinks, Like when I went to the Philippines, I found this really good local rum. When I went to Thailand, I found this really good local beer. Scotland, I drink that. Well, Buckfast is English really. But, if you guys get a chance to go to Scotland and you don't drink Buckfast, if you go to Euro Nationals this year, July 21st, at the Royal Highland Centre in Edinburgh, if you go to Euro Nationals and don't drink Buckfast, I don't know if we can hang out. I don't know if we could even hang out at that point. Buckfast is like wine with Red Bull in it. It's like not great tasting. I'll be honest with you, it doesn't taste great, but you don't get drunk, or at least you don't realize you're that drunk because the Red Bull keeps your heart rate up. So it's basically a stroke waiting to happen is what it is. Red Bull, Crown and Red Bull hey, I could get down, Brian. I definitely could get down on that. But, yeah, so I like to drink local everywhere I go. So when I was in Dublin, I drank Jameson for 3 days. And, bro, the hangovers are insane. I'm not talking about, having a couple of drinks on a Thursday and chilling, I'm talking about we were out all night till the sun came up in Dublin. The hangovers were unbelievable. Unbelievable on Jameson. Seriously, it would have been better to die probably at that point. It would have been better for somebody to just come by and kick you out a window at that point of your hotel. It was unbelievable. I never seen anything like it. Now, if I drink vodka of any kind mixed with anything, no hangover. No even effect the next day. You get that whiskey out, whew, that's a hangover. Jeremy said he knows the feeling. He's off tomorrow. He's already preparing for the hangover. That's a beast. You're either a beast or you're an alcoholic, Jeremy. You know what I'm saying? If you're preparing for the hangover, you feel like you're on the edge. You're on the line right there. Mike Ruiz, Trop Boys in the house. Yo, what's up, brother? Having a little Crown and Coke. Vodka is better, though. I agree, Leon. I'm on that. Don't have any vodka. Oh, wait. What's that? Oh, I got some UV Blue vodka. I'm going to say that again real slow. I got some UV Blue vodka. So, I'm drinking Crown. If you know what I'm saying. Don't get me wrong. UV Blue is good. Let's say if you're already drunk and you want to continue to drink like some sort of binge drinking maniac. Not leaving myself out of that category, but the UV Blue's in there. You know what I mean? It's a backup. Mike, Thirsty Thursday, my friend. Crown and Coke. Get a glass. Get a drink. 20 proof. Hey, listen. If you drink an entire liter of 20 proof after you're already drunk, still not going to do anything. I'm going to be honest with you. It's still not going to do anything. You're just going to be the same drunk that you were before you drank that liter of 20 proof alcohol. Anyway, I ain't really got shit else to say. Just wanted to hang out. Like I said, this is unplanned and unscripted. I didn't even have a topic, or I got ads. I got advertisements I'm supposed to be running. I'm not even running those. Aloha from Hawaii. Hawaii in the house. Mike Ruiz drinking on moonshine, he says. Man, that's hey, Mike, that's out of my league, bro. That's on a different level. I stay in my lane as far as that moonshine goes. That's out of my league. That's on a whole different level, my friend. I can't handle that. Oh, what advertisement was I supposed to run? Oh, ground shipping. Ground shipping. If you guys are looking for a ground shipper, Casey Hicks. We're going to be doing a full promo for Casey on the Bull-NA-ChinaShop podcast. I just got to get with her and put a couple things together. But as far as ground shipping needs go, Casey Hicks, spelled with a K, on Facebook. Check her out. Look her up. I always forget the fucking company name. That's terrible. They're not gonna want to throw an ad on this motherfucking show. Oh, Mike, are you talking about grape moonshine? You talking about grape flavored moonshine? The only moonshine I've ever had is apple pie, which is pretty terrible. Pretty terrible. Pretty weak also. Oh, Mike's drinking apple right now. See? He's got that weak shit. You got that weak moonshine, Mike. That ain't really moonshine. That's like a strong vodka or a strong gin. You basically got strong gin. Anyway, what was the other advertisements? Oh, Bully in the Bag. Bully the Kid. Bully in the Bag. If you guys haven't already, Christopher James on Facebook, Tamuna Smith, or Tamara Pet Portraits.
Pet Portraits.
Pets?
Pet Portraits by.
Oh, Pet Portraits by Tamara. Right? Pet Portraits by Tamara. Okay? Right here. The two new paintings, the new artwork for the studio. And when I say studio, I literally just mean my dining room. So, this is the... Yeah, see, I can't say her last name. See, that's the problem. Tabadazi?
Oh, that's good.
Tabatadazi? Tamara Tabadadazi? Pet Portraits by Tamara Tamadadazi. I don't know. Anyway, check them out. Casey Hicks, Bully the Kid, Tamara Tamatadazi. I can't say her last name at all. Check them out. I appreciate your faces. Canada in June. We'll be doing MC in Canada in June for the Magic ABKC Magic Bully Canada show. Euro Nationals July 21st. That was June 2nd. July 21st Euro Nationals. September 29th Ireland. And obviously I'll be in Holland sometime this weekend if I make it. So I love your fucking faces, people. I'll see you next week. Thanks for drinking with me. One more before we go. Thirsty Thursday, we out.